All right, really quickly, for those of you that don't know, I have watched Bleach many, many, many years ago. I haven't watched it all the way to the end of the anime, but I did get hooked on it really early. Shorty! Chick just barking, but at least she listens. I did get hooked on it. I started watching a few episodes, didn't click me in. I watched a few more, and then it was just basically Ichigo and Rukia running around doing their thing. And then Renji and Byakuya came in, and then it really hooked me on. So that starting section was a bit slow for me, but as soon as Renji and Byakuya came into the picture and the Soul Society arc started kicking off, that's when I got hooked in. So between Renji and Byakuya entering the scene, and the conclusion of the Soul Society arc, which is Ichigo getting his Bankai, fighting Byakuya, Aizen doing his thing, and all of that. I watched that within, I think, 2-3 days. I binged the crap out of it. I believe that's about 40-ish episodes, 40, 50 episodes. I remember watching maybe like 15, 20 episodes a day. I was downloading the episodes as I was watching them. This was at the time when I was watching anime on my PlayStation 3. So I would have to download the episodes, convert them to a format that you can actually watch on PlayStation, because at the time, for whatever reason, the PlayStation couldn't watch FLV and MP4 files. I don't know why. I had to convert them to something. And then I would put them on a USB stick and watch them on the PlayStation 3. So I remember that. And so the only breaks I basically had was in between the episodes, either downloading or converting, or just me basically just like collapsing to fall asleep. So I ended up binging a lot of Bleach during a summer holiday when I was in high school. And then after that arc, I ended up watching the Bount arc, which was just like so slow. That pretty much made me pause watching Bleach. I stopped watching Bleach at the end of the Bount arc. I was kind of like, ugh, that was painfully slow. And then I found out that that was a filler arc, and then I discovered what filler arcs were, and that was not, the main part of the story, and that I had just wasted the last 20, 30 episodes watching something that in no way impacts the main story whatsoever. So I am never getting that time back. There was maybe like 2-3 decent fights in that entire arc, but it honestly didn't feel worth it. It was cool to have Uryu running around and using one of those Quincy artifacts, because he lost his powers, obviously. So that was cool to be in there. There was a little bit of Ichigo and Hollow Ichigo, so that was cool. But it just really didn't pay off watching all those episodes just for that. And then after all of that, after a little break, I came back onto Bleach. Thankfully, the main story kicked off again, which was, really good. The build-up, obviously, Uryu getting his powers back, Ichigo doing his training thing, the Espada becoming active. Then you had Grimmjow and Ukiura enter the scene, so there was that whole thing. And so I had a lot of fun sort of, binging that all the way up until the point Ichigo fought Grimmjow. Now, I watched Bleach in dub all the way up to Ichigo fighting Grimmjow. And that's where the dub basically ended. And from that point on, if you wanted to watch Bleach, you had to watch sub. At that time, I wasn't a big fan of sub. I wanted to avoid it if I could and all of that stuff. So I took a little bit of a break there. Eventually got a little bored of waiting because obviously the dub wasn't sort of happening quick enough. So I started watching the anime in sub. And then I ended up watching it all the way through the Arrancar arc. Ended up watching all of those fights. You had Ichigo and Grimmjow, then Ichigo getting his ass handed to him by what's his name, the guy with the giant thing that's really tall. Noitora, I think it was called. And then, of course, Kenpachi comes out of nowhere, and then one of the greatest fights of all time, fucking Kenpachi and Noitora. That's just freaking amazing. And then, of course, you had all the other fights in between as well. And then, of course, Aizen, that was really fun. All those sort of twists and turns and all of that sort of stuff. So it was really good. And I forgot to mention before that they had like the holification arc, which was, sort of really good backstories. There was a lot. But that was like years and years and years ago. And since then, what I pretty much had keeping me busy was the Bleach Abridged, which is really, really entertaining. I watched it with you guys. I tried uploading as many of those episodes as I could on YouTube, and a lot of them got taken down. But of course, definitely a Bleach fan. I got into it in late high school. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, and so this is sort of coming out finally. That's where I stopped watching the anime. I sort of stopped at the part where Ichigo does his final Getsuga Tensho. So, like, that's basically where I stopped it. I watched a little bit past that, but I'll be honest, I don't remember it too much. There were this new group of people, and he had to use some other power and some other bullshit, and I didn't really care. So I just sort of just said, like, nah, I'm done. When they start making more episodes, I might sort of come back to it. And many, 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 many years later, here we are. They're finally making more episodes. So awesome. Can someone answer my question? Is this episode 1, season 1? No. This is like season 10, 11, maybe 12. So like really, 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 really late. Not starting at the beginning. We're currently watching Naruto Shippuden on Mondays. When we finish watching Naruto Shippuden, we might jump into watching Bleach from episode 1. But at the moment, watching Naruto Shippuden. Do you want a recap video covering all the story in order to help you with the refresher? I think I would be okay. I remember most of it. I just didn't watch beyond the final Getsuga Tensho. So I don't know what happens in that little gap, but I'm sure it'll be okay because people can just fill me in. Because I can watch the episode, see what's going on, and then I could sort of do all that fill in gaps and all that sort of stuff and get a crash course on what happened and then probably rewatch the episode again because, you know, Bleach is fun in that sort of way. So yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of Bleach. So now that we're all on the same page, let's kick it off, shall we? Now, this is Tuesday. Apparently the episode was leaked yesterday. No one shared it with me, otherwise I would have watched it yesterday on Anime Monday. We ended up watching Avatar Season 2 and Naruto Shippuden. I would have sneaked in an episode of Bleach. So, you know, if anyone gets episodes early, you know where to find me. I'm on Discord. Just, like, link it to me. I'd be thankful. I'd really like to watch them. All right, so let's kick it off with Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Episode 1, the new one that just released, I think, like today, technically. So let's kick it off. Let's kick it off. Someone has a hard on for nines. Okay, this is one of the best parts of Bleach. What new getup does, what's his name? Come on, Kuma, you can get his name. I think it starts with M. What's his name? Mayuri, right? Mayuri? Every freaking season, Mayuri has a different style. Now comes the question, what is this season's style? He went from his crazy, like, you know, golden thing with the blue hair, and then he did like a pharaoh thing, you know, like making himself look like a pharaoh with black face paint. Now the real question is going to be what he looks like now. And yes, it's recorded. Thank you. All right, what's he got going on here? It's got like a pendulum. And I don't know what he got. Is this possibly Aztec? Could this be inspired by the Aztecs? I say that because it's got those sort of like rectangular, square, gear-like shapes around. Aztecs were really big on that. Could this be Aztec? Possibly Aztec. Is this Aztec? It could be Aztec. Is it? Anyone know? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Oh, is this the intro song? Or is this just like more plot? Well, that just got cut. Ah, those things to call hollows. Remember that time they used too many in a competition and they ended up calling a Vasto Lourdes? Remember they were doing like a competition to see who can kill more hollows and they used too much bait? Bloody idiots. But you didn't do anything. He's gonna fucking die. Have fun with that! Is it just me or do I think this is like a grey fox looking hollow? It's so grey fox. Oh god, he's running. Well, that's a lot of destruction. No, not the build. Oh my god. Oh, she did. Welcome to Attack on Titan. Well, that didn't last long. If he was a protagonist, he would unlock his Bankai. But instead, he gets Ichigo to bail him out. Oh no, it's Uryu. And Chad. And what's her name again? I forgot her name. Orihime, that's right. Sorry, she got kidnapped for so long I forgot who she was. Hey, he got tattoos. That's a copyright claim. Imagine getting rejected by a human. Wait, did her boobs get bigger? Or were they always this big? Because I remember the girl in like the 13 court card squad under Thingo, you know, the short one. But this just looks bigger than it was. Jesus. She must have lower back problems. Wasn't there like a complaint about the size of her boobs? And then Japan is like, no, they just got bigger. Does insurance cover damage from hollows? Roller skates. Does he even need it? I mean, let's be real. He's at stupid levels of power now. He doesn't even need the Bankai. Hey, it's serrated now. They're going full Aztec this season. Well, there goes the city. He just let off a nuke. This is like the equivalent of having a substitute teacher in high school, and it turns out it's Einstein. Substitute? What? Is Ichigo just adopting soul rapers? This was probably never covered, but remember how Orihime can just undo whatever has happened in the space that she is rejecting whatever she's doing? You know how she gave, like, Grimjow his arm back, right? Can she use that to bring someone back to life that is dead? Because, based on the logic of how her ability works, she's rejecting whatever had happened to that thing within that space. And if the thing within that space is dead, she could just reject them being dead, which is why Yukiora had to basically disappear and go to the land of angel beats. Otherwise, she'd just be able to undo whatever happened to him. Which begs the question, why doesn't she, give back the arm to that captain from the Soul Society that now has one arm after his fight with Aizen? I mean, she could just be like, hey Gramps, let me help you with that. He probably doesn't want to as some sort of grim reminder. But let's be real for a second. That kind of seems like an awfully big handicap that you shouldn't really want to walk around with. I mean, what happens if you need to go to the bathroom and you're not used to using that hand? What are you supposed to do? It's like, playing with inverted controls. That would take more energy than she has. Possibly, but the arm should be easy. So they're just eating desserts. How do they not have diabetes? By the way, bakeries in Japan. My favorite thing about bakeries in Japan is that for breakfast, occasionally they do like an all-you-can-eat. So you can basically go to the bakery, grab a table, pay like $10, and you can have as many baked goods as you want. And they have like 20, 30 different baked goods. So all you basically need is a coffee or some hot tea, and all you can eat, and you can just sample every single baked good in that entire bakery for breakfast. And then have the biggest sugar crush of your life 10 minutes later. But it's worth it. Why are you crying? You just set women back 50 years. You were a go-getter, a manager, getting the job done, fearless, and now you just went back 50 years. Damn. Well, Orihime is definitely stronger than she was in the Ironka arc, and she also trained and gained, I believe, some offensive uses of her ability in the arc you missed. Ah, so she doesn't have to send her little birds to kamikaze to death. That's nice. Oh. I stand corrected. What is that? Why does he look like a JoJo reference? Yeah, I remember that thing. He used that thing for a while instead of having powers. Okay, seriously, how does all the food Orihime eats goes directly to her boobs? This is ridiculous. She is blessed with, like, the best genetics. Product placement. No, but seriously, her lower back must be killing her. You were on his bed and he told you to get off. Oh, he's a Quincy. Well, clearly Mayuri didn't do his job. So much for killing them all. Am I going to leave the VOD? Yeah, I will. But it has to be sub only so the company can't copyright claim it. Because, anime companies won't pay for a sub, but without actually accessing the video, they can't see whether or not it is what they think it is. Spirited Away. Wait, did he lose his arm? Damn. Aliens. The hell? Wait, so he could have stopped that from happening, but he didn't? My god, working for him must suck. Alright, this guy just has balls. He has such big balls. He is all balls. Oof! Working for him must suck. I was gonna say they looked a little bit like Nazis, and then he used the Reich word, and I was like, woof. What the fuck? Bloody Nazis. I dislike conflict, so I'm taking that arm. This guy's basically Aizen. The blood warfare? Is this the opening or closing? Ah! We're getting in the reminder of everything that happened so far. I like it. Ah, good music as always. As always. Good music as always. I've been talking all day in meetings, so my tongue's screwed. Remember back when Rukia had to punch Ichigo? Good times. Remember back when Oroichi was a cat? And then we were like, wait a minute, you're a girl? And all the sex jokes she made with Ichigo? Oh, good times. Remember when Aizen trolled everybody? Remember when Aizen trolled himself? Alright, all of this I don't know because I haven't watched it, so, you know, meh. That's one hell of an outro. Woof. Do we get a preview of the next episode? What took them so long to do another anime? Why'd they wait? What was it? 10 years? 11 years? 12 years? How many years was it? Why did it take so long? What, did they think people wouldn't watch it? Are they nuts? Are they crazy? Unless I'm mistaken, Bleach was incredibly popular when it was current. $11 years. I don't know. Budget? 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 One of the most popular anime of its time? Budget? What are you talking about? They were probably swimming in money. They could probably do the Scrooge McDuck thing where they just swim in money. You know? I mean, Bleach was also being rushed at the time, so it's better when Kubo can put full attention to this and can oversee something. True. True. I honestly don't mind an anime taking a break so that the content can catch up, the manga can catch up, the light novel can catch up, and that quality can be ensured. I don't think you necessarily need to keep creating filler because sometimes it's okay to give the animation team a break and then let them come back refreshed, as opposed to working them to death like Japanese companies typically do to all their employees. People that are burnt out aren't producing the best work that they could be. I don't understand that Japanese mentality of we've caught up to the manga or the light novel. Let's just keep creating side stories and pumping them out. No. Take a break. Take a foot off the gas pedal. Sub something else in. When that's done, sub back in, Bleach or Naruto or whatever it is. Don't just keep steamrolling ahead and producing crap. Keep it quality. Forgot at the end there, but yeah, if the quality of episode 1 is maintained through all 52 episodes, I'm happy with having waited 10 years. So it's confirmed that it's going to be 52 episodes for this arc. Cool. As long as as long as the pacing is what it needs to be. If it can be done in 40 with quality, do it in 40 with quality. If it takes 60 to cover it and keep the pacing good, do it at 60. The length isn't isn't the main question. It's what's needed. You don't want it too long. You don't want it too short. It's got to be just right. That's what's important. 52 episodes. 3 quarters? What? You mean like 3 seasons? I wonder if they will change anything from the manga. Who knows? Who knows? I'm guessing it's going to be like a week by week. So we literally have a year of Bleach. Just going. With a 3 months difference? Oh, that's fine. Fuck yeah. Good. So people don't burn out. Excellent. That's fine. So it's going to take us a year and 9 months to watch all of it. That's fine. As long as it's quality. That's the main thing. Because, yeah, that's it. There will be changes. That's cool. Hey, as long as they keep it fun, as long as there's the tension, as long as there's the fights, as long as there's the music, I'm all in. If it's as good as the Soul Society arc the first time I watched it, with the tension, with the music, with the fights, beautiful. Beautiful. If I could rewatch the Soul Society arc for the very first time again, I would love it. I would love it. I loved watching it. It was just amazing. Every single fight just felt like there was so much on the line. Every single time they were running somewhere, it was like, who the fuck are they going to bump into? You know? Every single lieutenant and captain brought dread with them. There was presence. It was just done magnificently. If they can pull off something like that, bam, this is going to be amazing. Because they can do it. I can do it. Question is, are they going to get there? Perhaps as they were another light novel released after the end of the manga, so we might get some info from there. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really read manga. I don't really read light novels, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But hey, that was an enjoyable episode. Did you guys like it? I personally thought it was pretty good. It gave you enough to give you a little bit of a taster of what's coming, but it also had enough nostalgia just to get you in there, you know? Here's these people, there are those people, there's the song that we all know, all that good stuff. Thumbnail, don't forget thumbnail. Yes, I will have to find a thumbnail, of course. Is it just me, or we just don't get those kinds of projects anymore, of long array of episodes confirmed? I personally think people's attention spans these days are too short. I don't think people nowadays can commit to something long term to get a massive payoff. They want instant gratification, which is kind of why we keep getting the same type of movies, the same type of songs, the same type of games. It's just the same thing regurgitated with instant gratification. They don't want like a long thriller horror movie where you don't see the face of the bad guy till near the end and every corner is filled with suspense and dread. Instead, they want those jump scares every 5 minutes so they feel like they're getting scared and getting their money's worth, you know? It's one of those things. I think it's unfortunate. I'm one of those people that likes a story that gets you hooked and that slowly opens up and expands. It gets you and then, you know, like the slow boil. I don't need that BAM! You know, just like the fights, of course, the story, of course, but the journey. I love the journey. Oh, great. Missed Kuma's speech by the guy who played the snitch from Suicide Squad. Ah? Still waiting on Core 3. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing that's Bleach related. Nostalgia Remix. Ugh. Well, they're what's called safe projects, because they know that there's enough people that would be willing to buy it from nostalgia alone, so the likelihood of the project not breaking even is low. It's just companies cashing in quickly, you know? It's the equivalent of a celebrity whose career has gone to shit cashing out by doing a nude photo shoot or a porno. It's like their last-ditch effort to get as much money as they can before it all dries up. That's basically what it is. It's kind of sad. But it can be done right. It can be done right. So, you know. All right, cool. Kuma tried looking for a simple recap video for Archimist. There is no short video on it, just a full recap video, and it's like 7 minutes. Yeah, we can worry about it within the next week. It's okay. It's not like it's gonna stop me from understanding the gravity of this situation. I know full well that the Soul Reapers committed genocide and got rid of the Quincy's, and Mayuri was doing experimentations and all these other things. So I understand the weight of the situation. I don't think I need to know every single detail of the series to appreciate what's happening. Nor do I think all of it's going to be fully relevant. But, you know, the main stuff's there. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up. This was a little sneaky stream for Tuesday because I really wanted to check out Bleach, because obviously I don't want to get spoiled. So I will be continuing it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'm able to somehow get the episodes on Mondays so I can watch it on Anime Monday. Otherwise, I might have to figure out how best to do this. Whether do it on a Tuesday or do it on a Friday, I'll have to figure it out. Apparently Chainsaw Man is tomorrow. With the amount of people talking about it, I'm curious. I wouldn't mind giving a few episodes a try, but if I get bored of it, I'm just going to put it on the sideline. So we'll see how that goes. I might watch that tomorrow. Hutchin's not currently here. She's in Japan, so I can get away with a lot of things. Otherwise, Hutchin would be like, Kuma, are you streaming again? Kuma. Whereas like now I can just sort of, you know, be myself and do whatever I want. So yeah, keep your eyes on Discord open. I will tweet if we do decide to watch Chainsaw Man tomorrow. I think we will, as long as I can find a copy of the video somewhere. So yeah, hope to see you there. Otherwise, on Thursday, we're playing AI Somnium Files on YouTube. On Saturday, we're watching Homestuck. On Sunday, we are watching Mass Effect 3 videos and memes. And on Monday, we are watching Avatar Season 2, as well as, what was the second anime? I totally forgot. Naruto Shippuden. So, a lot of fun. A lot of stuff. All of the things. So, thank you for joining me on this sneaky stream. I will upload this video to Patreon. This should stay up in sub-only mode so you can watch the VOD, and I will sort of have to edit out a version for YouTube as well, which probably won't have the audio because YouTube copyright and all that, but it is what it is. So till next time, Nijikuma out. Bye.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.